Hi loves, this is Shannon Easterly, licensed clinical marriage and family therapist, and today we're going to talk about what the pursue withdraw pattern looks like in the therapy room. I would say that probably at least 80% of the time, if not maybe even more than that, therapy is initiated by the pursuing partner, and the withdrawing partner is kind of dragged along kicking and screaming. It is the pursuing partner's dream. We are going to sit in a room and my withdrawing partner is going to have to be right there, and they can't go anywhere, and they have to be a part of it, and they have to participate, and life is good. My job in that situation is to really kind of direct traffic and conduct. And so oftentimes it doesn't take very long for the pursuing partner to find out that it's not nearly as much fun as they think it's going to be, because I can get pretty directive actually, especially if it's a high conflict couple and there's a really strong pattern of pursue withdraw, and the pursuing partner is just going through this list of things that, you know, are not up to par, or, you know, complaints, and I will literally say, okay, I need you to stop, and, you know, withdrawing partner, I need you to step in here. And if that withdrawing partner, it has been, you know, kind of so beat down for so long, or is withdrawn so far, and they're not able to step into that space, I will oftentimes even say for them, you know, I feel like if I was maybe hearing all of this, I might feel this way. And I try to, and the pursuing partner will try to like talk over and butt in, and I might have to really kind of, again, both partners are looking for safety, so I might have to really assure that partner, you know what, I'm going to come right back to you, and I know that you have concerns here, and I want to make sure that I'm hearing your voice and I'm understanding what it is that you're worried about, and I promise I'm going to come back to you. But I've got to make some space for this withdrawing partner to come in, or the pattern just keeps perpetuating. And then as that withdrawing partner comes in a little bit, then it's my job to kind of try to keep both partners in a place that they can tolerate, where I'm kind of, you know, easing off the clutch, moving into gear, putting the clutch back in, braking. You know, it's a back and forth. I have had situations where the pursuing partner is not able to tolerate the withdrawing partner even having the floor for a matter of seconds, and that pursuing partner will get so anxietized and so upset that they will storm out of the therapy room. And I have had situations where I can't get the pursuing partner calmed down enough, and the withdrawing partner is experiencing more of the same in terms of what they experience outside the therapy room, and they will leave the therapy room. It's exciting, but if I'm doing my job right, then I'm creating just enough comfort for each of them that they can kind of find their way through it to where we can start to soften that pattern. So the pursuing partner is all about it in the beginning, but oftentimes that takes just a little bit of a turn when they recognize that they're going to have to take a step back a little bit. And the withdrawing partner oftentimes really dislikes the idea of therapy to begin with, because again, they feel like they're going to experience the same thing they experience outside the therapy room, and they begin to really love it because it creates a space for them to be able to safely be able to communicate what they're experiencing in the relationship. And neither one of those is right or wrong. They are just very different ways of trying to feel safe. It kind of sounds like the pursuing partner is the, you know, is the aggressor and is the one that's like creating the problems. But it can just as easily be that there's a partner who is very unavailable emotionally or very invulnerable, and that creates almost a crazed feeling in the pursuing partner. So it is all co-created. It's never a case of, you know, one partner's really great and the other partner's really not great. It's all co-created. So there are 4 general outcomes for that pursue withdraw pattern in the therapy room. The first is that the couple just continues the same dance throughout the life of their relationship. And that sounds really awful, but in some ways I'm not sure it's the worst outcome. There is a relationship style that is called conflictual but stable. And at least if there's conflict, there's some intimacy. It's negative intimacy, but there's some intimacy. So at the end of the day, you know, if you have to choose between some intimacy, even if it's negative intimacy, or no intimacy at all, I don't know, maybe conflictual but stable isn't the worst thing. Another thing that can happen is the pursuer can, you know, work really hard to soften that pattern of pursuing. And I always, when I'm working with the pursuer one-on-one, and also with the withdrawer one-on-one, you know, the fear is always, if I'm the pursuer and I draw back, what if my partner doesn't move into that space? You know, I keep pushing forward and pushing forward because my sense is if I'm not like trying to make something happen in this relationship, my partner is not going to do that. And my response to that is always, you know what? That partner might not. If you keep pushing, this relationship is destined to fail. If you take a step back, it might still fail, or it might create space for something different to happen. Same thing with the withdrawing partner. Their fear is if I turn toward my partner, I am going to be completely engulfed. And the relationship is going to come apart. And again, my response is, you know what, it might. You might turn toward your partner and it might be so overwhelming that you can't tolerate it, or it might not. But if you keep moving away, the relationship is destined to fail. So you can either take the sure thing or you can roll the dice. So first thing that can happen is the dance stays exactly the same. Second thing that can happen is the pursuing partner can take a step back, and if that withdrawing partner doesn't eventually move into that space, again, the pursuing partner, you know, if they've pursued and pursued and pursued and pursued and pursued and pursued, and the other partner has withdrawn and withdrawn and withdrawn, and that pursuing partner's like, okay, I will do whatever I need to do, and they take that big step back, and the withdrawing partner doesn't come into that space, then eventually that pursuing partner will say, you know what, there isn't connection here. I can't get it if I'm pursuing. I can't get it if I'm backing up. It's time for me to make a change. And oftentimes when they hit the eject button, that is when you see that pattern like rapid fire reverse, where that withdrawing partner is suddenly pursuing like crazy. But by then it's too late, because the partner that was initially pursuing has already turned off those feelings. They've just done all they can do. And so either you live in a place where the pursuing partner turns off but doesn't hit the eject button, and the withdrawing partner stays where they are, and you just live in this disconnected space. So again, I'd rather have negative intimacy, frankly, than no intimacy. Or the pursuing partner gets tired, says, I can't do it, and then the withdrawing partner will turn around and pursue, but by then it's too late. So the flip side of that is the withdrawing partner, and this is the 20% of the time that I see the withdrawing partner initiate therapy. If there is a very enlightened withdrawing partner who's realizing, you know what, my partner is pursuing me all the time, and I know I'm not, you know, turning toward that relationship the way that I need to, and I need to do everything I can to soften this pattern, and they might initiate therapy. And if they're doing everything that they can to turn toward that relationship and the pursuing partner is still just absolutely relentless, then either the withdrawing partner is going to withdraw and the pursuing partner keeps pursuing, but you know, the withdrawing partner's withdrawn enough that they're just in a disconnected space, or the withdrawing partner says, I can't. You know, I've tried turning toward, it doesn't lessen the intensity, it doesn't lessen the demands. You know, I don't have any closeness if I'm apart. I can't do this relationship anymore. The last outcome, the fourth outcome, which is of course the one that I hope for my couples, is that the dance softens. And this is where this overlaps with differentiation of self. If we are working on our differentiation of self, if we are working on our reactivity levels, then we can better tolerate distance or closeness in a relationship. We can better tolerate somebody else's emotions and needs. We don't have to be afraid of them. We can think about meeting them or not meeting them. And they're able to think about having them met or not having them met. And there's some freedom to flow through that. And when both partners are working on their part of that pattern and are working on their reactivity level, then that dance of pursue, withdraw softens. And it's still there a little bit, but it's a lot less likely to polarize. It's a lot less likely to be as dramatic. And sometimes you can even have a little bit of fun with it in terms of, you know, I've been leaning in and pursuing. I need to back it up a little bit and let my partner come toward me. Or, you know, I've been moving away. How amazing would it be for my partner if I like showed up in this way? So there's room for that to just blossom in a relationship if both partners are willing to do the work. So that's what pursue withdraw tends to look like in the therapy room. And again, that's how it overlaps with Bowen theory and differentiation of self. I love my boss. She lets me dress like a teenager, even when I'm working with C-suite executives. I'm my boss. There are 2 more videos that I'm gonna do just in this to kind of round out this series. One is on attachment styles and how they kind of weave in with Bowen theory and differentiation of self. And the other, which I'm sure I will somehow manage to get myself in huge trouble with, is the overlap of masculine and feminine energy. And let me just state for the record that even in my same-sex couples, there will be one partner that has more masculine energy and one partner that has more feminine energy. And that is all well and good as long as both partners are kind of vibing in the energy that they most want to be in. So that is all for today. Happy St. Patrick's Day. May the luck of the Irish be with the luck of the Irish. One of my favorite classes in college was diction and dialect. I learned all these different accents, which have served me so well in my adult life. My parents insisted that every semester I take one class at least that was just for me. What a cool thing that was. And I am hopeful that I can help create that for my child too. Because those were some of my favoriteest, most funnest classes. It was usually a dance class, but we did learn how to, I can't do it anymore. You get the gist. Happy St. Patty's Day. Take care, much love. See you soon. Hi loves, this is Shannon Easterly, licensed clinical marriage and family therapist. Marriage.